he is a pauper, will anybody go to him? Nobody will go to him. Why? Because he is not having wealth. Because he will be giving some money. So for that reason only people will be there. They will be doing chamchagiri. In Hindi we say that chamchagiri means just to praise him externally and take some money from him. So this is what happening in the present world. If you look at it also, any big personality, for instance, who is wealthy, there will be always around so many people, right? The moment he becomes a pauper, nobody will be there to around him. Then I will give a good example. Now there are some big wealthy people in the Indian nation. So for them, there are so much of security, this, that, so many people are around him, they are coming behind him, all these things. So power and wealth always brings people to you. When you lose the power, nobody comes to you. Similarly, when you lose the wealth, nobody. So here Krishna says, I'll take away all their wealth. So the moment wealth is lost, everybody will leave him. So then he will be left alone and he will come across many problems. So then that particular devotee will take Krishna as the only shelter. Otherwise, what we will do? Oh, there is someone to take care of me. Oh, they will take care of me. These people will take care of me. Like that, we will think. So there is a good story in the Bhagavatam also, which you may all know that. The story is about the Gajendra Charitra. Right? Many of you know the story, right? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So in the story, when Gajendra was struck by the crocodile, first his wife came to his rescue. When she struggled, she could not do anything, she went away. Then their children and all their relatives in the forest, they all came to rescue Gajendra. But all of them tried, but nothing can be done. Until then, the Gajendra was thinking, oh, my wife is there, my children are there, my grandchildren are there, my relatives are there in the forest, they will all come and so each and everybody tried. When they were not able to remain successful, Gajendra was left alone. All of them who were helped, they also moved out. That means a person, if he is surrounded by friends, relatives, society, he will think they can protect. But the reality is what? They cannot protect at all. Similarly, here, Vilamangala Thakur says the same thing. He turns his surrendered devotee into pauper. Pauper means he will not be having any money. And he make him wandering around. So he has to go around, right? Bhikshu. Bhikshu means what? So we always go and ask for no. Bhavati Bhikshanti, right? So when the Upanayanam takes place, many of you might know, the boy who is taking Upanayanam, who is wearing the sacred thread, first he has to ask for Bhiksha. What is that Bhiksha means? He is going begging. First he has to beg from whom? Anybody knows? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
He actually first the mother only puts the arms.
Very good. Very wonderful.
Mother puts.
Yeah. The boy. Yeah. The first he will go and ask his mother only. Bhavati Bhikshanti. Then only all his aunt, all his other relatives comes and gives him Bhavati Bhikshanti. So similarly, he is wandering. So here Vilamangala Thakur says he will make them wander around and make them homeless beggar. Oh, this is too much. This sort of a treatment many may not like. Correct or not? Am I right or not?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Nobody would like.
Because we will not have that much of tolerance, right? Why? What is the reason?
We cannot tolerate, and we don't have the. I mean, the feeling that The tolerance goes down, Prabhuji, and we don't have that. We feel humiliated also. Why to go and beg wrong?
Humiliated.
Yes.
Good, good, good. So this is what the reality, because we are not able to understand how Krishna is making us live. One simple example, I'll give. See, we are going to the temple every day. All of a sudden, some problem comes at home. Somebody falls sick, right? What do we say immediately? Oh, I went to the temple every day, but the Lord has started giving trouble. So many of us say, why? Because we don't have the tolerance. That too, in the present days of life, people are not at all having any tolerance, right? Correct or not? For small things, they get upset, and what else? They get frustrated, and they get angry, and so on. What is the reason again? Again, Bhagavatam says the answer for it. In Kali Yuga, people are always short-lived, and they are always not fortunate, and they are all having all sort of problems, unlucky, and so on. So because of this, they don't have the tolerance level. For instance, a person having a house, right? First he has got hand fan. With his hand fan, he is swinging, right? To get air. Then later on, he buys the electric fan, right? Then he buys a air cooler. Then he buys an air conditioner, right? Then the whole house is centralized AC, right? So suddenly there is no power for 4 days. What will happen to them?
He'll become irritated and impatient.
Yeah, he'll go mad.
Berserk.
Yeah, the reason is comforts are there. When comforts are lost, people go crazy. That means
we start blaming the God also.
Yes,
we start blaming God also. Yeah, very true.
So this is what our nature. That means we don't have the tolerance. That's why Vilamangala Thakur says, homeless beggar, alas. And what does he say? Alas, it's a surprise. Huh? It's a shocking one. What does he say now? Such a fearsome thief. That means this thief is so bad, has never seen or heard in off of his 3 worlds. So around the 3 worlds, you cannot see a thief like this. Right? That means this sort of a statement or this sort of a truth, when it is told to devotees who are coming newly, what will they do?
They'll be confused and the belief will not be there.
Next week, they'll not come to the class at all.
Yeah.
Correct or not? So this is called neophyte. Neophyte means those who are coming recently, they're called neophyte. So this sort of a neophytes, they cannot listen to this type of true statement. But this is the reality, right? Because Krishna is favoring somebody, and how he favors, he takes away his. Why he does it? Why he is taking away? Why he is making wandering? Why he is making homeless? Why he does all this?
He wants to take us away from the material hankering, and he wants us to come close to him.
1 minute.
Increase the faith on him.
1 minute. One more Mataji is answering. Dr. Rajalakshmi, can you answer? You want to say something? Sindhu Mataji, you want to say something?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. No.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
just to
he can remember
one at a time. One at a time. One at a time. First Rajalakshmi Mataji, you say, then Sindhu Mataji can say. What do you want to say?
So that he can remember the Lord.
Okay, very good. Sindhu Mataji, what do you want to say?
just to increase faith in him, Prabhuji.
Oh.
Just to increase, I mean.
So the strength, the faith will increase, huh? Are you sure? Very difficult. Okay, good answer. But the Lord wants his suffering devotee to take him to Vaikuntha or his Goloka. Very simple. Where there is no sufferings. How many of you know the meaning of Vaikuntha?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, may
No miseries, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Chandana Mataji. Chandana Mataji, tell me.
Vaikunta means no miseries No
Good,
problem.
very good, very good.
No
Why means,
kuntha.
listen, why means suffering, kunta means not there. Vaikuntha, wonderful. So this way, we can understand there is no sufferings. So that's why the Lord takes away all these things, put us in a much topmost position. What is that? The topmost position. But we have to do what? Tolerate. Right? So tolerance is very important. Even if the Bhagavad Gita lessons are there, so many classes, you can understand many chapters Krishna says tolerate. Huh? In Hindi we say sahantashil, right? So why this is the word? Because one must learn to tolerate things. So what is the general lesson in the Bhagavad Gita in the second chapter is 1 minute, Mataji. 1 minute. Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, मुश्किल है माताजी, कोई नहीं मिल रहा है, मुश्किल है माताजी, सारे माताजी, बोलिए। दशावतार श्लोकम है ना? हाँ 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 हाँ, तो वो आजकल YouTube में है ना माताजी, को खोल सकते हैं। हाँ हाँ हाँ, फास्ट वाला नहीं है माताजी, नहीं है माताजी। ओके, हरे कृष्ण, हरे कृष्ण। Krishna. So this way, the Lord gives a topmost position. But what we need is tolerance. In Bhagavad Gita also he says, tolerate summer, tolerate winter. How many of us are able to maintain it? When the summer is so high, what do we say? It is too much hot. It's sweating a lot. All these things we say because it comes out automatically because we are not able to tolerate it. Similarly, when the winter is so high, it is very shivering, automatically we say that. Because that means we are not able to tolerate summer and winter. But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says one must be able to tolerate both heat and cold. One must be able to tolerate happiness and sadness. Like this it goes on. So here in this verse, it talks about the Lord gives him this special position. So he takes away all his money. And Bilamangala Thakur, he says, I have never seen a person like this in the three worlds. And again he says, I have never heard about a person like this in my lifetime in these three worlds. That means Krishna is unique. Okay. So we can understand in the Bhagavatam, as I told you also, that shloka is also referenced there. So like this, we can understand this verse. But what is the primary understanding of this verse is learn to tolerate and one can go back to Godhead. This is the understanding. Okay. Moreover, the understanding is wealth is not that all because one cannot take back the wealth when he goes back. That is for sure, everybody knows. But still the attraction for money is so much. That's why Prabhupada says, money is sweeter than, what does he say, Prabhupada? Anybody knows? Money is sweeter than honey. What Prabhupada writes in his purport? Money is sweeter than honey. Okay. So let's move on to the fourth verse. Mataji, can you go to the fourth one? We'll read it once and go to the translation.
Hare Krishna, can I read, Prabhuji, from here?
No, you have to scroll this shloka. I want to see this.
Oh, sloka. Oh, sorry, Prabhuji.
Yadiyanaamapi haratya sesham giri prasaranapi paparashi ascharya rupo nanu chaurayidrak drishtashruto namaya kathapi. Hare Krishna. Moving on to the translation, Mataji. Mere utterance of his name purges one of a mountain of sins. Okay. So what does it mean? Okay. Do we accumulate sin or not? Very simple question. Yes, Lakshmi Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, since many births we are collecting sins after sins, which is just like a baggage with us. We are carrying that.
So it is accumulating and accumulating.
Yeah.
It's not reducing, right?
When we look back to, when we look at Krishna or when we start remembering him, it completely disappears.
Hmm. So here we have to understand, people are trying to accumulate wealth, right? A man who is having 10 lakhs, he wants to make 1 crore. He wants to, then another person who is having 10 crores, he says, I need 100 crores. Like this, it goes on, right? So the wealth is the one which creates all the desire. Imagine Ambani. He is having so many thousands and thousands of crores. Imagine. What is that? Thousands and thousands. Or lakhs and lakhs of crores. I can say that. Okay, I think so. They have got lakhs crores, right? Okay. So if you look at it, he wants to make so many further money. It never stops there. That means the desire is what? Limitless, endless. And people go crazy to make money. And all that is what? Only for a fame. Only to show the world, I am the richest. But who is the really the richest? Who is the really the richest of all the 3 worlds?
Krishna, the Supreme Lord.
Very good. So why he is the richest? Tell me, the richest, why he is?
Because Prabhuji, he has everything in unlimited.
Okay. Can you say something more?
Anu.
Prabhuji, may
Chandra
I?
Mate.
He is the supreme proprietor of the all
Okay.
universe. Prabhuji.
Okay, Chandra Mataji. Somebody else can give some other answer? There's
6
one more
of
answer.
He is the creator of everything.
Okay, then what else? There is one more answer, right? I'll tell
The
you.
source of everything. He's a cause of all causes.
Okay, okay, you can say all those things. I'll tell you one simple thing. The Lord is also called as Srinivas. What is the name?
Srinivas.
That means what? Lakshmi is always residing.
Srinivas.
Yeah.
Finish. Right? Then if you look at the Brahma Samhita, we were reading it, what? Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambrama Sevyamanam. So many hundreds of Lakshmis, thousands of Lakshmis serving him. So he is the richest. So here, the riches are for a human being is temporary, but still one is having so much of interest, so much of desire, so much of greediness they want to accumulate. So that itself is accumulation. Similarly, by this type of desires, we accumulate different type of sins. And here, Ballu Thakur says, if somebody has got a mountain size of sins, that also can be immediately removed by what? Simply uttering his names, right? Right? So merely uttering his names purges one of the mountain of sins. In this regard, again, we can understand there are so many shlokas in the Bhagavatam. In the Bhagavatam, the very last verse of the Bhagavatam says, Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam. Mataji, again I forgot your name. Who is hosting?
Prabhuji, Vrindavana Janavadevi Das.
Sorry, really, I'm forgetting. Vrindavana Mataji, can you show this verse? Bhagavatam, 10th canto.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Sorry, not 10th canto, 12th canto, 13th chapter, the last verse.
Prabhuji, I need to take Prabhuji. I'm in laptop.
Okay, okay, give me some time. I will take it out. No worries. I'll show it. Because the holy name of the Lord is so powerful, right? We can understand how powerful it is. 1 minute. Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkha Shamanaha Tam Namami Harim Param. Mataji, can you give me co-host? Okay, thank you. Sindhu Mataji, can you read the translation?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, yes.
Yeah, read the translation. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, yes, I'm able to see.
Yeah.
23 verse, right?
Yeah.
Nama Sankirtanam Yasya
Uh,
Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkha Samanas Tam Namami Harim Param.
okay, translation.
Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord Hari, the congregational chanting of whose holy names destroys all sinful reactions, and the offering of obeisances unto whom relieves all material suffering.
Hare Krishna. So
Hare
this
Krishna.
means this is the essence of it. This is the essence of it. So the holy name removes all sorts of sins, right? Similarly, I'll show you the other shloka also. I said something else, right? Which you remember? Yasyaham Anugranami. That also we will check it out. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Yasyaham Anugranami Harishyeta Dhanam Shanaihi Tatodhanam Tyajatyasya Swajana Dukkha Dukhitam. Okay, this translation.
Can I, Prabhuji?
Chandana Mataji, can you read that? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, translation, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The personality of Godhead said, if I especially favor someone, I gradually deprive him of his wealth. Then the relatives and friends of such a poverty-stricken man abandon him. In this way, he suffers one distress after another. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
How is this sloka?
Very scary, Prabhuji.
Okay, don't worry about it. Krishna will always be with us. Okay. So coming back to this translation. Yes, Mataji, can you start sharing? Only this sloka I want.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Again and again, I'm forgetting your name. Sorry.
Prabhuji, could you please tell both the shlokas, canto and chapter and the shloka number, Prabhuji?
Yeah, all the
Sorry.
things I'll tell you. The previous
Okay.
sloka, what we saw is 10th canto, 88th chapter, shloka number 8. And now we saw is 12th canto, 13th chapter, shloka number 23.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you. Thank you,
Correct.
Prabhuji.
Correct. Because when we take a reference, there are so many shlokas. I am giving one only and not giving all the shlokas. Okay. So now the mere utterance of the holy name. So that means in this particular verse, we can understand the importance of the holy name. Right? In South India, everybody has got the habit of it. Every day they'll start chanting in the morning the Vishnu Sahasranama. So the 1223, the other one is 10th canto, 88th chapter, shloka number 8. 10, 88, 8. Okay. So here, this shloka emphasizes the importance of the holy name, right? Even by uttering, right? So such an astonishing, wonderful thing. What is that? See, I tell you one thing. If somebody is given a wealth like a mountain, so he'll be able to take away the wealth in a small portion only, right? He cannot take it in full, right? Have you ever seen that? Even taking one heap of food, right? One cannot eat it at one time, correct or not? So they have to eat it slowly, right? They have to steal it slowly. But here, what does he say? Purges. What is the meaning of purges? Means in no time, it is all removed, right? So in this connection, at one stretch or at a fraction of a moment, he is able to remove all our sin. So where is the other sloka in the Bhagavad Gita? Anybody remembers? I take away all your sins, he says.
Prabhuji, Sarva Dharman Parityagya.
Yeah, say the sloka fully.
Sarva Dharman Parityagya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Ma Suchaha.
So where is that word? I take away all your sins. Where is the chance in the shloka? Where is it? You know Sanskrit, right? Little
Or
bit.
this one, Prabhuji, Api Ched Duracharo.
No, that's different. That will not match here. That will not match here. You said rightly. Where is
Okay,
the
Hari Bol.
in the shloka? Where is that? In the shloka, can you say that
Last line,
verse?
Prabhuji, last line.
Yeah,
Aham
say
Tvam
that.
Sarva Papebhyo.
Ah, very good, very good, very good.
Yes, Hari Bol.
Aham tvam sarva papebhyo. So this is the way the Lord takes away all our sin at one stroke. So once all our sins are removed, once all our good deeds are over, so there is no pending of punya or papa, one is eligible to go back to Krishna Loka. Clear? So here he says, astonishing, wonderful. Ascharya. In the verse, what does that say? Ascharya. Can anybody read that line? Ascharya. What is the fourth one?
Career Rupo screen.
Nanu Chaura Idrik.
Ascharya Rupo. What does he say? Ascharya Rupo.
Nanu Chaura Idrik.
Nanu Chaura Idrik. So that means definitely it's a wondering, astonishing one, right? Nobody can do that. Only Krishna can do it. So like this, he is glorifying Krishna's so much of capabilities and so much of glories. Okay. So Mataji, can we go to the translation further? So this is what astonishingly wonderful thief and have ever seen of heard of anywhere. That means the Lord is supreme. That's also established here. So one should understand how merciful Krishna is and how Krishna is so kind enough. But what is the understanding here is that means one should do all papa and go to him? No, they should never do any type of papa. Because I'll tell you, the reason is if you follow the scriptures, if you follow the Shastras, he will never do sin. Very simple, right? So here the Bilamangal Thakur says, I have never seen or heard of anywhere. Okay. Mataji, shall we go to the fifth one?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Fifth one.
Danam Chamanam Cha.
1 minute, 1 minute. I'm coming. Dhanam chamanamscha tatendriyani pranamscha hrutva mama sarva eva palayashe putra dhritothya chaura tvam bhakti dham nasi maya niruddha. Right. Can you go to the translation? Okay. Now Kishori Mataji, can you read the fifth one?
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Srila
Hare
Prabhupada ki jai. Dandavat pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Panchang pranam, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
O
one.
thief, having stolen my wealth, my honor, my senses, my life, and my everything, where can you run to? I have caught you with the rope of my devotion. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So, in the previous verse, one of the Mataji was telling, we will be insulted and we lose all our honor when the wealth goes. So here, what does he do, Krishna? He is stealing our wealth, he is stealing our honor, he is stealing our senses, he is stealing our life itself and everything. Okay, so one by one we'll understand it. So, when the wealth is lost, is there everything lost? Can anybody say that? When the wealth is lost, is there everything lost?
No, Prabhuji.
Very good. Oh, Chandra Mata is very strong.
Oh my God.
Okay. So you have got such a strong faith, huh? Good. Okay. So moving on to the next one, honor, right? So Dr. Mataji, Dr. Vijayam Mataji, okay, now we have to answer now. So here he is stealing our honor, right? In the society we have got some honor, right? Oh, so and so is so powerful, such a good personality, all these things, right? It's an honor, right? So when we lose our honor, are we happy or sad? No, wait. Dr. Vijay Mataji has to answer. The question is for her. Mataji?
What is the question, sir?
Whenever we lose our honor in the society, are we happy or sad? People respect us, right? They praise us, and those things are lost. So what will happen to us?
Nothing, sir.
We'll be happy or sad? That's my question.
Yeah, we will be sad.
Oh, that's it. So here, Krishna takes away all those things, honor. So we should be sad or happy? Tell me. There are two doctors, right?
We will be sad, Prabhuji.
Is it correct or not? From this philosophical angle.
Prabhuji,
Oh,
first sad, then happy, Prabhuji.
There should be no effect.
Listen carefully. Sindhu Mataji was telling, we'll be sad. But again, Lakshmi Mataji is telling, we must be happy. Because this honor is there. How long it is with us? Tell me.
Till this body is there, Prabhuji.
Very good.
When the prana goes off,
yes,
just a body.
Everything goes off. But still we are after it.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Because Krishna is there with us, Prabhuji.
Yes. Okay, very good. Now, Kishori Mataji wanted to say something. Tell me.
Because I read the fifth one, so I can say like devotee is in the trance, like the kind of trance that he is with the Lord, and he is without Lord, but he is happy in the tears of joy, like that type of joy that he is very feeling that he is very near to the Lord.
When we feel sad, are we in illusion or in reality?
We are in illusion.
Very good, Chandana Mataji. Very nice. So that means we are always caught by the illusion, Maya. What Maya? It's called Mahamaya. So we are not able to leave certain things and we think it's all belonging to us. We means what? It's not body, it's the soul. So what is important here? Soul. So here Krishna is stealing our wealth. Again, the soul is not affected. Then honor, it's lost. Again, the soul is not affected. Senses, again, it's all connected to Krishna. When the senses are connected to Krishna, what happens? It gets the real happiness. That is the reality. Then what is the next one? Life and everything. So that means we must be able to give up everything, right? So in this connection, have you all read the Chaurashtakam? Any chance? It is taught or not yet taught?
Yes, Prabhuji. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Very good. Okay, what is the shloka which we can connect it here?
Na dhanam, na janam, na sundari.
Very good. Very
Madhanam
good. Okay. There it says, I don't want. But when Krishna takes it away, what we should do? That is explained in the one of the verses. Who can say that? Whether he gives or not gives, he is my. What's the verse?
Mm,
Who can recollect quickly? Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
gives or not gives?
Last verse. Last verse.
Last verse.
Ah. What's the beginning?
Last verse is He's always my
Lastly,
worshipable
Shiva.
Lord unconditionally.
Very good. Sindhu Mata, you said in English. Can you tell the shloka? Ashlishava.
Ashlishava padaratam pinashtumam
Very good.
adarshanan marma hatam karotuva
Very good.
yatha va vidadatu lampato matprana natastu sa eva nabaraha.
Very good. Very good. So now we can understand this is the same situation here, right or not? So here what he say? He takes away everything from us. But he takes away us also to add to his abode. So which one we like it? We want to go back to his abode, not to suffer in this material world. Okay. So this way, this verse is explaining the importance of it. What does it further say? Where can you go or where can you run now? After stealing all these things, where can you run? We will be after you, right? Because in the material world, somebody is stealing, right? Then they put posters everywhere. He is the thief. Catch him, like that. Here also, Vilamangala Thakur says, I will not leave you. Wherever you go, I will come and catch you. And how he is going to catch him? With the rope of devotion. Right? So that means one should have such a strong devotion. Then only they can completely catch him and tie him. Who else has tied Krishna with devotion?
Yashoda Maya.
Very good. Very good. So Yashoda caught hold of Krishna by love of affection, and again she tied Krishna with the love of devotion. So this is what the essence of it. That means the jiva has got only one job to do. What is that?
Always remember Krishna, keep him in the center, and do
Eternal
whatever you
servant of
do,
Krishna.
surrender, complete.
Okay. So Lakshmi Mataji said, always remember Krishna. What is the other word Prabhupada always says along with that?
Surrender to Krishna, take shelter
No,
of the
not that one. Not that one.
Savai Pumsam.
No, Mataji, not that one. Prabhupada always, when he says, always remember Krishna, there is another word comes. There is a shloka also in this.
Never forget
Never
Krishna.
forget Krishna.
Never forget Krishna. What is the shloka?
Manamana Madhatu.
No, ma. It comes from the Vishnu Purana. Somebody is telling. Tell correctly. Okay, I will tell you that shloka. Smartavyaha satatam Vishnuho vismartavyaha. What does the shloka says? The beginning is smartavyaha. Smartavyaha means what? Smaranam. Smartavyaha satatam. Satatam means what?
Satata means
Always. Smartavyaha satatam Vishnuhu. That is the meaning is what? Always remember Krishna. Then what does it say? Vismartavyaha. Vismartavyaha means what is the meaning?
Don't forget.
Never forget. Very good. So this is coming from the Vishnu Puran, and Prabhupada always writes like this. Whenever he writes, always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. You have to say together both the things. Then only it's meaningful. Okay. So here also, this Vilamangala Thakur, he says we must be able to do like that. Then we can tie up Krishna very easily. Right? Okay. So I think we'll stop here. Any questions, any doubts we can discuss for some time. Then we'll take up the other 3 shlokas for the next week. Or you want to learn the one more translation? Hare Krishna, host.
Anything is okay, Prabhuji.
Anything is okay, Prabhu.
Okay. Okay. So we'll take up one more verse then. Let us try to complete it. Mataji, go to the 6th one. Okay. Mataji, you are hosting now. You can read the 6th one.
Chintansi Goram.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I'm in another class. Same Mr. Prabhu. So sorry.
So you are having 2 classes at a time. Oh, great.
Nandini Mataji asked to host. So I'm in another class. So hosting both, Prabhuji.
Oh, very busy, very busy. Okay, I will read that. Chinasti goram yamapasha bhandam vinasti bhimam bhavapasha bhandam chinasti sarvasya samastha bhandam naivatmano bhakta kritam tu bhandam. Okay, in this translation, can we see that? Okay. Premamayi Mataji. Premamayi Mataji, can you read that 6th one? Premamayi Mataji, Premamayi Parameshwari.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Danda Pranam.
Read the 6th one.
You cut the terrible noose of Yamaraja. You sever the dreadful noose of material existence. And you slash everyone's material bondage. But you are unable to cut the knot fastened by your own loving devotees.
Hare Krishna. So this is a very interesting situation. So he is cutting so many ropes. What are the ropes? The very first rope is the Yamapasha Bandham. So when the body has 1 minute, Mataji, 1 minute. There is a call. Hare Krishna. Sorry. So let us listen carefully. The first one is he cut the terrible noose of Yamaraj. 1 minute. 1 minute. Hare Krishna. Sorry, Mataji. So first he is cutting the noose of Yamaraj. Right? Everybody is finally tied up with the Yamapasha Bandham. So who is cutting it? Only Krishna is doing it. Who escaped the Yamaraja Pasha? Tell me.
Ajamil.
Very good. Who else? Very quick answer, huh? Who said that? I forgot.
Vijaya Mataji.
Okay, good. So who else escaped the noose of Yamaraj?
Savitri.
No. Satyavan Savitri is a different story,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Parikshit.
Not Parikshit. You all forgot Markandeya. You forgot or not?
Yeah, Markandeya. Yes.
Lord Shiva
Yeah,
got hold of Yamaraj, right? You remember that or not?
yeah.
Okay, then third one is Dhruva.
Yes.
Dhruva also always there. He is eternally there. As which pole? North Pole. Dhruva Loka, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
He is
Prabhu.
not destroyed at all any time. Clear? So, Krishna is capable of cutting the rope of Yamaraj and you sever the dreadful noose of material existence. What is that? Bhava Pasha Bandham. Bhava means the repeated cycle of birth and death, right? So that also Krishna can cut it. That's called Mukti, or we call it as what? Liberation. Okay. So these two are cut. Then the third one is, and you slash everyone material bondage. That also, material bondage, again, the same meaning of it. Okay. So he is able to cut all these things, but one rope he is not able to cut. What is the rope?
Devotion.
Prema of the devotees.
Very good. So here, Krishna is unable to cut the rope of his pure devotees. You have to say that pure devotees. Mataji, always you have to mention pure devotees. That's very important. Because there are so many devotees who has got understanding. What is that? If you give this, I'll do that. That's called not a bhakti. It's called as business. Business. It's a business. So a pure bhakti will not talk about business. Okay? No conditions. Unconditional love. That's what Prabhupada says, right? He says unalloyed devotion, right? So here, those who are capable of doing that unalloyed devotion, that sort of a devotional rope, he is not able to cut it because he is so affectionate with his devotees. So that's why he says, my devotees are very dear to me and I am always not independent in front of my devotees. Correct? So this way, in this verse, Krishna is the most loving God. That's why we have to understand he is called as Bhakta Vatsala. Bhakta Vatsala. So no other God can do this. Only the Supreme Lord Krishna alone can. Similarly, nobody can cut the noose of Yamaraj. Have you ever heard about it? Nobody. Because Hiranyakashipu thought he will not die. But the news came, right? Brahma told, you will not die from this, you will not die from this, like that he gave a list. But Krishna came in the form of Narasimha and he came in the form of Kala and killed him. So like that we can give so many examples. So in this verse, what is important is Krishna is always bound by his pure devotional service. So what we are supposed to do devotion, what type of devotion we have to do?
We are the servitors and we should always serve him. When we serve him and chant.
Yeah, but the devotion should be what quality?
With prema.
Yeah,
love.
It's called as 24 karat. 24 karat.
24 karat.
When I say in that, everybody, all the Matajis can understand, right?
Purity should be there. Huh?
Yeah, that's it. See, that's what the real. See, Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are insisting always what? Pure devotional service. They never talk about any bargaining business, right? That's why ISKCON is very great. Why ISKCON is very great? Because of this. Clear? Hare Krishna. So any other questions, any other doubts, please? I think we have covered around 4 shlokas today. Wonderful. 1 hour. Hare Krishna. Any other question, any other doubts, any other points?
No doubts, Prabhuji. Very clearly you have explained, very interactive session, and we all enjoyed your session today.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, blessed.
See, you are also responding very well. All the Mataji responded very well. Wonderful it is. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.